Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for stopping by. I got something kind of exciting to show you. So the company's name is Craspire, Caspire, and they contacted me and asked me if I would like to feature some of their wax melts in a video of mine. And I said, sure, no problem. So they sent me some free product and I'm to show it to you. So this is a wax seal that you make using the wax melts. You get a whole bunch of different colors in here, and you put it over a tea light candle and I think they're called chimneys, and a little wax melter for the holding it. And then you stamp it down using the different images on the stamps, and this comes off just like this, so you can replace it with different kinds. Now the ones that I picked out, of course, Dragonfly, you know me, a bee, because you can use that any time of the year, and then this really cool rectangle one that is a flower in a mason jar. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to make with these. And also they sent me 2 metallic color pens that we'll use on the wax melts themselves. And what you do is you just go ahead and go over the raised image that you used on the wax and highlight that, and it just makes it pop out. Look at how cute that is, that bee. Okay, so we'll use that in this art journal page. So what I did is I was just practicing with these. They're just adorable. I grabbed out a whole bunch of different papers that were talking to me. I got some really cool gold butterflies I thought would be neat. And we're going to work on an art journal page, and we're going to use these wax melts in our melter when we get to that time. And we are going to, we are going to put our wax melts, our images like this per se, on our art journal page. So I have lots of things here on my desk, and I'll just clean some of this up so we can get started here. And I'll show you the art journal that I'm going to work in. I'm trying to complete a few of these art journals, and we'll see how that goes. Here's a quick flip through of this one. I'm looking forward to doing the cover. Maybe I'll do that in a few weeks, do the cover with you, so we can kind of almost get this one done. Okay, let's just quickly flip through. This is a moleskin art journal, and it has quite thick pages. I did not glue the pages together. I just used them as is. This is quite an old art journal layout, but I liked it with all of the hearts. This one here is quite fun, and you can see that this is Diane Reevely style, definitely, and some of her products. A blank page. This one here, again, Diane Reevely here. It says, let's go places. I remember making this during COVID because everybody was like, oh, I want to go somewhere. I want to go somewhere. Just a couple of blank pages that need to be filled in. Here's got a big butterfly on this. I was just working with backgrounds and texture there. It says, grow where you are planted. And this was in 2018 I did it. These are some gems on there. A couple more empty pages. This one, together is the best place to be. Some scary monsters with some googly eyes. Cute. This one, oh how I love today's. It's got a lot of glossy accents on here, some texture. This one was a beach theme. Some flip-flops and some shells. This one, Listen to Your Heart. It's got a lot of texture in that. And that was real fun, working on that. Background not finished. Empty, empty. Real plain one here. This definitely needs maybe a sentiment, and we could call it good. I got some feathers on there. This one, I believe, was a art journal class by Diane Reevely also, with the flowers. This one says, Just Be Yourself. This was in December 27th, 2019. It's got some good texture on there from stenciling. Turned out cool. A cat with a hat on it, and this wild person there. Let's be silly. This one says, Life is a circle. The end of one journey is the beginning of the next. Dragonflies, butterfly, some sun, and some, I don't know, wildflowers or something. Here's one underwater with a mermaid. This was 2/20 of 2018. February 20th. Isn't that interesting? And so then underwater, we've got some bubbles. We've got a mermaid. Pretty cool there. This one was just a flower and some texture, inspiration on there. Excuse me, I've got the yawns today. This one's kind of plain, but it's got a lot of texture here on this side. One of those dolls, paper dolls from Tim Holtz. Another blank page. So we've got a few blank pages. Another mermaid. I believe this is art by Marlene Products. It's got a little pocket in here. I wonder if there's anything in the pocket. Just the moleskin instruction book. And a sticker. I don't know what that's all about, but we'll get rid of that. Okay, so let's pick a page. I think this is the page we're going to work on. I'm just going to put a clip on this side, and I'm going to grab another book so that it will make this flat while we're working on it. And I think this one will be just perfect. This is just another art journal. I'm going to flip it to a white page though. So we don't get it all yucked up on something we want to keep, right? All right, so there, that makes it nice and flat. Okay, let's get started. We're just going to play. I want to put some masking tape over my center here. And it's just going to act as a little barrier if I get too much product or too much water on the page, so it doesn't seep through the book and fall apart. I like to give my tape some rough edges. And we're just going to put it over the middle of here. And again, just to act as a barrier. Okay. Perfect. Let's add some collage papers to the background here. I definitely want to put this butterfly in there. That is going to be neat. And this is really calling to me. This piece of paper here with letters and numbers on it. Just going to rip that edge so it's a little more organic. Okay. I feel like putting this down in the background. Really nice. Good texture in the background here. Maybe we'll even rip it a bit more. fun, huh? All right. Balance it maybe on this side. Let's just go ahead and start. Put that down. I've got some matte medium here, and this one is by Liquitex. And we're going to go ahead and use that with a big brush. And we'll just get started and see what happens. I'm going to put it down, not worrying about going off of the edge. We'll fix that at the end. And we'll put this one over here just to kind of balance it. Bring the two pages together. And I don't like that straight edge. So there, that's fixed. There. Okay. I'm just going to turn some music on for you, and let's just have fun and relax, okay? All right, I have a lot of things on my desk. I'm going to continue and put some more of these papers down that I have discovered in my stash. I'm going to move this texture out of the way so we can work. But I was just auditioning where I wanted things to go. And then a few more numbers and papers were talking to me. So I had to listen. And we'll continue and put this down until we feel that we're ready for the next step. This butterfly was created on tissue paper from a stencil, and that gold was really talking to me. That. This butterfly really wants to go down here. That's also printed on tissue paper from a different project. And this number 2, I don't know why, needs to go here. There. I've got a lot of this matte medium left. This is a matte medium. I'm wondering if this should be open. I kind of like it that way. I'm going to put it down, see if I can get it to stick here. This is a used tea bag. I like the texture. I love the color. And I like the string here. I'm just going to spin it around and have it go onto the other page maybe. Kind of brings it together, you know? That obviously is going to have to dry some. I have another little scrap, and I don't like this white spot here. So that works for me. Good. I feel like I need to do a little bit of finger painting, kind of get some of these harsh edges off of here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my titanium white. And I have a new color here, Naples Yellow. I've been watching Lolly Mill, who is such an inspiration to me, and she uses that color a lot. So I wanted to see why she liked it so much. So I bought some. I'm just kind of getting rid of these edges. And I think I will continue on with this. Get you some music going. Give this a dry, and then we will go on to the next bit of putting down the texture, okay? So follow along, and we will get you some music here. I'm liking how it's looking. Okay, I wanted to stick this bird down, and I wanted it to go right there, so I'm going to do that quick. I'm going to use my matte medium, excuse me, that I have out still. My background is semi-dry. It's not 100%. It could be more dry. Okay, we're going to add some texture. And I want this cheesecloth down. I love putting cheesecloth into my art journals, or I like using it on cards. I like using it on everything. I'm going to see if I can get it to stick down with my leftovers here. Looks like I can. Don't worry about it hanging off, because we'll fix that when we're done. All right, and then I wanted this piece up here. Okay. Really great. And then I wanted this piece, this great piece of texture here. I didn't want it to be opposite. I want it to be, you know, kind of offset of this, so it doesn't have a problem there, you know, like just too what would you call it? Too matchy-matchy, too opposite. I'm going to put this down with matte gel because it needs a lot of stick, because it is a lot of texture. Love that. I feel this needs something down here. Maybe a bit more of this paper. It's just a little white there for me. I think this will work. Yeah, I think that will work. I do have a bit of washi tape pulled out on my desk also. This has some kind of writing to it, and it's written in black. I think I'll grab out my brown. I think that's much better. I just want to keep with the brown theme, since we are in the browns and creams going on here. I just want to put a little of that down, some of that writing. And I don't mind if the pieces are not complete, if they're just some little words. I'm going to put them down anyways. I even like to rip the edge so that they're not straight on the bottom there. Just little bits of interest that pulls your eye around the page. And writing or journaling, anything like that, really works. I'm having a hard time finding the edge here. My hands got so much glue on them. Here it is. Not really, but I guess I can't get any more of that. Okay, this definitely needs to dry. Kind of like this circle up here. Yes, like that, because it pulls it up, pulls it around. We're going to get this just stick down good, and then we're going to add some ink and bring it all together. We are going to make our melts, our wax seals, and I'm going to try and get a little bit more of this over to the edge while that's drying. All right, see you right back here in a bit. All right, yeah, I like it. I love this and this. Here we go. Look at all that texture. I really like these two squares here, and I like how it's got a real nice visual triangle going on. Now, I was going to go ahead and bring out this texture with my Liquitex ink, but I thought about using this just piece of random cutout paper, and I'm going to use it as a stencil. And I grabbed out my crackle paste, and I'm going to actually put quite a bit of crackle paste through these circles. I don't know why. I just am feeling that that's what I want to do. So I'm getting kind of low here, and I'm going to go right down this edge. 1, 2, 3. I feel like getting part of that. 4, and because we need to have 5, right? Something like that. I like that it's not perfect. And I'm going to do just a couple right here. 3, right? Because you're supposed to have odd amounts. 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, I got quite a bit of paste on there. I am going to leave them to dry because I want them to crackle. I'm going to throw this away. There's no reason of keeping that. And save my leftover. This is going to have to dry, and I really can't go any further until that does. So again, we will wait and dry, and then we will go to our Liquitex ink. We will go to our Craspire little melts and make our wax seals. We're going to pull it all together, probably put in a few words, and maybe do an edge, and it's going to be amazing. So a couple more minutes on drying. All right, one of my very favorite parts of art journaling is to add this ink to the piece. This is a Liquitex ink, and my favorite color for that is burnt umber. Here's a good tip. Put a silicone mat down and put down some papers that you would like to have some ink on, because when we put it on here and add water, then there's going to be runoff. And of course, when it runs off, we want to catch it on our papers. Another good tip here is that I'm going to cover this side with just a couple pieces of parchment paper here. I'm going to do the opposite side too. Just to protect those art journal pages that we've already done. Like that. Because this can get a little messy, to say the least. Okay, like I said, one of my favorite parts. And you'll see why in just a minute. Just taking a drop, and we can add more, of course. I always like to put the cover on this because I spill. Look at that magic. It is absolute magic. Heaven. Love it. Getting those drips. Having it run. You can move it around with your brush. Whatever you want. And I usually use quite a bit. I love the antique color that it gives the art journal page. I want it to go in that cheesecloth area here, and I really want it to go in this area. So I'm really adding quite a bit. And here we go again. And this is just water in my spray bottle. And you can see how it's just pouring right down onto my paper there. Hold it one way, tilt it, let it run the other way. Absolutely love. You can pick it up, put it on some sections that you want to have more ink. And when you feel like you have enough ink where you want it, then you want to hold your book vertically and let it dry. And you can let it dry, of course, and then come back after it's dry and add more if it has dried too light for you. I really want some over those crackled circles. I really like that. Isn't it fun? Really fun. And I want it to go over that string there. Okay, I'm getting to the point where I like it. I just want a little more up here. Pull that all together there. Get all that good texture, right? Okay, I think I'm going to leave it alone. Maybe a little bit up here. We can always add more. I like that number 2 peeking through there. I like this flower there. Yay. Okay, we're going to let this dry. I'm going to let it dry overnight. Back to work tomorrow. And then we will come back and we will do our Craspire melts and create our wax melts, which are going to go on our piece. They are going to be absolutely amazing. I'm so looking forward to that. Just looking at the other side and wiping off a little bit that I saw was going underneath. Same with this one. Just a little bit went underneath. All right, I'm going to set it aside and we'll let it dry. And tomorrow we'll finish it up. Just putting a little more on them crackle circles. All right, see you in a bit. Here's how my page is looking. I like it. Okay, time for some finishing touches. We are going to use our products from Craspire, and let's get a little match. Here we go. And I've never had anything like this before, so I was really happy when they contacted me. Now I put 3 in there, a gold, a copper, and a cream. And we're going to see how that works. I'm going to melt it. And I think this one, I'm going to do my Dragonfly, and I'm going to go right up here to the top. I'll zoom in a little bit more so you can see what we're doing here. How's that? A little better? Okay. You can see that that's melting. This is exciting, isn't it? I took my papers out because we're not going to use any more liquid. We're going to do finishing touches. I've got a brush. I've got my Stabilo All Pencil in brown. I'm going to use my 3 stamps here, and I have a piece of just a piece of leather that I thought would make a great element, and I thought on this one, so if I put that stamp here, and then I thought I'd do one here. I want to do all 3. So it's melting now. Get it right over the flame is what I found out. Works the best. And I'm going to get a little baby wipe for cleaning out the spoon. Have that on hand. And while that's melting, still got a little bit more to go, I'm going to use my archival ink in brown, and I'm going to go around the edges here and just kind of give it a little brown border. A little more vintage feel. Can never have too much vintage, right? And especially how this page is going. It's turning out nice, I think. I'm looking forward to the fall colors and doing some fall things. Here we go. Now I can smell that that wax is melted. Put our ink away. Okay, and I'm going to be very careful. Make sure that my stamp is going to be in the correct spot. I'm going to put it right here. And I am going to get my, I think this will work. I'll put this under here. A little too high. I'll get my other journal here and put it back underneath so it's not slanted because we don't want it to run off the page. Okay, here we go now. Oh, look at how beautiful the colors are. I'm going to pour it into a circle. Okay. I'm going to set that on my baby wipe. It's very hot. And I want my stamp to be this way. Just going to go ahead and set it down. Let that cool a little bit, and I'm going to wipe out my spoon. And I'm going to go ahead, and that is hot. Be real careful when you do this. I'm going to put in 3 more gems, or wax beads, I guess they're called. And you let this sit a little bit. And I don't think it's quite ready. How fun. I can see lots of different things using that on there. Cool, huh? Okay, this one, I'm going to take this off. And I'm going to do the bee, and I'm going to do the bee on the other side. I'm going to make sure I have it the correct way. And I think I just want it right here. And then we're going to do the rectangle one up here on this. How will that look, huh? Beautiful, I think. Okay. It's not quite melted. So I'm going to use my brown Stabilo pencil, and I'm going to go around some things and create some shadows. So I'm going to do that while we're waiting for that to melt. I just go around, and I have a spray bottle. Spray a little bit of water, and then we're just going to melt it like this with our brush. And this is just a fine tip brush. It's a number 2, if you need to know that. So I put it on my finger in case I have too much water. Bring it out from the edge. There. Okay, now I can smell that that's ready. I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to put that right on there. Oh, look at that neat orange. Ooh, that's a favorite color. I know. You don't want it to run too much. I'm going to set that on. Right. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. My headset is dying. I'll be right back. Okay, we've had a few technical difficulties in this video. I so apologize. For one thing, my headset died in the middle of it, so I had to recharge it. Another thing you can see is the lighting on my desk right now. we're in the middle of a storm going on, and it got extremely dark in my studio. So bear with me. The pictures at the end, I'll be able to lighten up for you, and you'll be able to see everything just perfect. What I'm doing is I'm just going to use my Stabilo pencil in brown and add a few shadows around some of that texture. And I have a small brush, and I'm going to just use some water and go ahead and pull that color out onto the piece. Another thing that I did for the background and adding more texture is I used a bit of the titanium white and a brush, and I just skimmed over the top of some texture. For instance, the cheesecloth, the tea bag, the string from the bag, a little bit around those crackled circles. So just adding little bits of highlight for the background. And I'm just going to speed this up and get right back to you, and I apologize again for the lighting, but it does get a bit better. Hold tight. Okay, here we go. Now, I went through my little bucket of words that I cut out, and I came up with this word forward. I think moving forward through the fall and the seasons is what I'm kind of looking forward to. And I felt some of that while I was making this piece. Now look at how beautiful these wax seals are. I love the fall colors for sure, and I will be looking forward to doing more of these in the future. So thank you to Craspire for sending this stuff for me. I'm definitely going to link their homepage below in the description, and I'm also going to have a coupon there for you, and it's going to be $5 off for a $40 order, which you could probably look at being your shipping. You know, that would be awesome. So I'll put all the links to the different items that I used, and I'm going to put the sentiment down, and I think that we will be good from here. I hope that you enjoyed this art journal page. I'm really liking how it turned out. Right now I'm just going to go around this sentiment, and I'm going to just get rid of some of the white space, and I'm also going to clip off or cut off that comma, because that doesn't really work with what we're trying to portray here. And yeah, so there'll be pictures at the end. There will be a coupon and a link to Craspire, so you can check out all their cool products. And I would love it if we had a thumbs up and a like for this video. I am connected right now to my headphones because they died on me, so I have to stay super close to my computer so that I can finish this video for you. I'm going to use a little bit of matte medium. I'm going to put it down. I figured this is the perfect spot right here where this is open to put this down. And I am going to put a little bit of the brown Stabilo pencil over the top after it's dry, so that it's not so bright white as it is right now. And you'll see that in the pictures at the end. How do you like it? I love all the texture, the crackle paste, the wax seals, the burlap, the cheesecloth, the leather string there. Yeah, the tea bag, the string. I really like how it turned out. I hope you did too. Yeah, please give me a comment. You know, a thumbs up is real important when you're watching my videos. And I'll be back next Thursday. Not quite sure what we're going to do, but I'm really looking forward to some fall flowers. So maybe another art journal page, finishing up this art journal maybe. Thanks so much for stopping, and we'll see you again real soon.